everyone. Welcome to the Carers Week quiz. Just checking that everyone can hear us because it's saying that there might be some errors on the YouTube streaming. So I can see there's some chat going on. So if you can give us some messages to say that you can hear this all okay, that'd be great. I can't see any messages coming up, so I'm wondering if I'm talking to myself. Oh, I've got Lily's telling me that you can hear me loud and clear. That's great. It's proving that at least somebody in Lincolnshire can hear me. John, thanks for that. Lorena, thank you very much. And Lisa, yeah, I can hear you. Great. Unfortunately, I can't hear you, so I'm going to have to rely on the chat boxes. So please keep chatting. And I've got my son here as my able assistant. So he's the one that designed the quiz, so I have to give him credit. So welcome to the Carers Week quiz. Obviously with COVID, Carers Week is a digital week this year, so we've chosen to do a quiz for our contribution as well. So my name's Vicky, and I'm the Chief Executive of Everyone, and we're a charity that supports carers and the people they care for in Lincolnshire. And we work in partnership with Carers First and the County Council to support carers across Lincolnshire. So I'm hoping that you're starting to form your team names, and there's the chat, so please use the chat to score. And what we'll do is at the end of each round, we'll do the answers, and then you can share your scores on the side in the chat, and then you will do the total at the end. And I hope the Carers First teams are definitely doing some friendly competition between them, so I expect some chat tomorrow on the work emails about how well you did. So I can press the next slide if we're good to go. Lovely. So the first thing we're going to do is, have you got your pen and paper ready? Because you're going to need to write down your answers and keep your scores. And we're going to have 8 rounds of questions, and there will be answers at the end of each round, as I said. And please score yourself and post scores on the chat. The highest scores wins, so there'll be a maximum of 81 points across the quiz. And the quiz master's decision is final, so I'm quite enjoying the power that comes with that. And I'm sorry there's no prizes, but maybe if by popular demand this grows and grows, maybe we could have some next time. So to get us started, we're going to have a warm-up round. So this is just a practice, no scoring for this one, but just in the theme of Carers Week. The first question is that by 2021, it is estimated that there will be how many unpaid family carers in Lincolnshire? And if you jot down your scores and what you think the answers are to that, by 2021, how many carers do we think there will be in Lincolnshire? I'm sure there's a bit of debate going on there. And question 2, you're going to have to tell me in the chat if I'm going way too fast or way too slow, but at the moment I'll keep going. So question 2, true or false? 2 in 5 people will become a carer at some point in their lives. True or false? 2 in 5 of us will become a carer at some point in our lives. Okay, and if you are tweeting any of your scores, please use the hashtag. We've got hashtag Carers Week. There's also hashtag Who Cares in Lincolnshire. So please use those if you're going to tweet your scores. Okay, question 3. On average, how long does it take someone to recognise themselves as an unpaid family carer? How long does it take someone before they realise that they're a carer? Just checking the chat. Sounds like everyone can still hear. I'll keep going. And finally, question 4 on the practice round. How many people in the workplace are estimated to be juggling work and caring responsibilities? So how many are having to work and care at the same time? Okay, has everybody got some ideas for that practice round? Some ideas that you're going to share? So let's see your scores when we reveal the answers. So question 1, by 2021 it is estimated that there will be how many unpaid family carers in Lincolnshire? And the answer is 88,000 by 2021. So true or false, 2 in 5 people will become a carer at some point in their lives. It is false. It's actually 3 in 5 people are likely to become a carer at some point. Question 3. On average, how long does it take for someone to recognise themselves as an unpaid family carer? On average, it takes 2 years for someone to realise that they're caring. And then finally, question 4. How many people in the workplace are estimated to be juggling working and caring responsibilities? So the answer is 1 in 7 of people in the workforce are juggling caring and working. So just see if there's any feedback on the chat, how everybody got. Did everyone score 4 out of 4? If you've been paying attention to some of the tweets and the social media that's been coming out this week from across all the partners, Carers First, Age UK, Links Fire and Rescue, I've been tweeting, and of course Lincolnshire County Council. Some of these will have been out there, so maybe you've picked up some of the answers from there. Okay. So it looks like people are still with us, so I'll go on to the quiz. So the first round is general knowledge. Okay, general knowledge quiz. So round 1. In the pantomime, Cinderella loses a slipper made of what at the ball? Malcolm Ryan, only 2 out of 4. We're going to have words. Okay, so in the pantomime, Cinderella loses a slipper made of what at the ball? Next question. If something is perforated, what does it have in it? If something is perforated, what does it have in it? And thank you, YouTuber 900, Emma Kay. It's good to see you here. So if something is perforated, what does it have in it? Question 3. What is the most common letter in the English language? And if you can write your answers down on a bit of paper and not give them away, that'd be great. Let's keep everyone guessing. Brilliant. So what is the most common letter in the English language? And question 4. What is the colour of the neutral wire in a modern British 13 amp plug? So how many of you have been doing some DIY recently? So what is the colour of the neutral wire in a modern British 13 amp plug? Okay, question 5. What nationality is the tennis player Rafael Nadal? So what nationality is tennis player Rafael Nadal? And if Jo is on here, I can't see her in the chat, but if Jo is on here, she better be getting that one right, because I know she does like her tennis. Okay, question 6. The island of Rockall is in which ocean? The island of Rockall is in which ocean? I'm living the guilty answers on the chat of how many you got right in the practice round. So the island of Rockall is in the island of Rockall is in which ocean? And moving to question 7. Which 1977 rock song begins, and I've got to try hard not to sing this as I do it, the sirens are screaming, and the fires are howling, way down in the valley tonight. So which 1977 rock song begins, the sirens are screaming and the fires are howling, way down in the valley tonight? And I hope for those that know it that you're all singing along at home and you've carried all the right way around the rest of the song as well. Question 8. How many inches are there on a 30 centimetre ruler? How many inches are there in a 30 centimetre ruler? And no cheating and running to the cupboard to find the tape measure. And question 9. In which country is the city of Marrakesh? This one's there for all those travellers out there who likes to get out and travel. So in which country is the city of Marrakesh? And finally, for round 1, general knowledge, where in the body is the pituitary gland? Where in the body is the pituitary gland? Okay, so that's the first 10 questions. So we'll move on to the answers. I'll give you just a second to gather your thoughts. If there's any that you want repeating, there's quite a delay between me writing them and you chatting. So I'll hang on for a minute just in case there is any delay. Okay, so hopefully you've got all your answers now for round 1, general knowledge. So we'll go through the answers, and then if you can put on the chat your scores, we'll see how everyone's getting on. So question 1, in the pantomime Cinderella loses a slipper made of what at the ball? And the answer is glass. Well done to those that remember that one. Question 2, if something is perforated, what does it have in it? And the answer is holes. Question 3, what is the most common letter in the English language? And it's the letter E. And what is the colour of the neutral wire in a modern British 13 amp plug? And the answer to question 4 is blue. Question 5, what nationality is tennis player Rafael Nadal? And the answer is he is Spanish. And question 6, the island of Rockall is in which ocean? And it's the Atlantic. And which 1977 rock song begins, the sirens are screaming and the fires are howling way down in the valley tonight? And I have to hold myself back from singing, but the answer is Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf. And question 8, how many inches are there on a 30 centimetre ruler? And the answer is 12 inches. In which country is the city of Marrakesh? It is in Morocco. And where in the body is the pituitary gland? And it is in your brain, and I'll accept your head. So if you want to tot up your scores, out of 10, 1 point for each question, correct, and share them on the group chat. Okay, and we'll move on to round 2. And now we're looking at what a picture. And this has 10 points for the full score. And I'm starting to see your scores coming through. So well done. 6, 7, 8. Ooh, muscles, Lorena. Lisa, 8. 8 points. Well done. Well done. Come on, Malcolm, 7. You've got to beat the team. So we'll move on to what a picture. And as I say, there are 10 points, 10 questions. So what film is this still from? What film is this from? I'm afraid there's no bonus points for knowing the actors, but what film is this picture from? And just a call out to John, who managed to get 9 in the round 1. And to Guy, who managed 8 out of 10. Well done. Okay, so what film is this still from? So question 2. What type of biscuit is this? What type of biscuit is this? And question 3. What country has this as their flag? What country has this as their flag? And question 4. What British TV sitcom is this still picture from? What sitcom is this picture from? And 7 out of 10, Emma, for round 1. Well done. And question 5. This is the logo of which company? So this is the logo of which company? And question 6. What tabletop game is this? So what tabletop game is this? And question 7. What film is this still from? What film is this picture from? I think we might be going back a few years now. And question 8. What brand of chocolate is this? What brand of chocolate is this? And question 9. This is from the opening sequence of which UK game show? So this is from the opening sequence of which UK game show? And finally, question 10 for this round. What country has this as their flag? What country has this as their flag? Right, so that's all 10 questions for round 2. So I'll just pop the questions back up, give you a reminder of all the pictures. I'll just give you a moment to just have a final disagreement in the family as to what they are. Okay, so we'll go through the answers. Don't forget to share your scores on the chat when you're done. So question 1, what film is this from? It's from Total Recall, and that's going back a few years actually as well. So question 2, what type of biscuit is this? It's Garibaldi. And question 3, which flag is this? Which country has this as a flag? And it is Iceland. And question 4, which TV sitcom is this picture from? It is, of course, The Vicar of Dibley. And question 5, which company's logo is this? It is British Petroleum, or BP. And question 6, what is this tabletop game called? It is Mahjong. And another film question, question 7, what film is this picture from? It's from Back to the Future. Question 8, what brand of chocolate is this? It is, of course, Toblerone. And question 9, which game show does this come from? And that is The Chase. And the final question for this one, which I think is probably one of the harder ones. So question 10, which country has this as their flag? It is Uruguay. So share your scores. Let's have a look, see how everyone's done. And we'll move on to round 3. So round 3 is multiple choice. So with this round again, there's 10 questions and 10 points on offer. So a multiple choice round. So question 1, Emmental is a cheese from which country? And you've got a choice of A, France, B, Italy, C, the Netherlands, and D, Switzerland. So the scores are coming in to me now, so it's looking like we're getting 7s and 8s. Oh, nothing more than a 7 or 8 so far for round 2. So, first question of round 3. Emmental is a cheese from which country? France, Italy, Netherlands, or Switzerland? Question 2. How is the building at 30 St Mary Axe in London more commonly known? Is it A, the Gherkin? Is it B, Telecom Tower? Is it C, Centre Point? Or is it D, the Shard? So how is the building at 30 St Mary Axe in London more commonly known? The Gherkin, Telecom Tower, Centre Point or the Shard? And question 3. Who played the title role in the 1980s TV drama series The Charmer? And your choices are Nigel Havers, Peter Bowles, Paul McGann or Peter Egan. So who played the title role in the 1980s TV drama series The Charmer? And your choices are Nigel Havers, Peter Bowles, Paul McGann or Peter Egan. Okay, question 4. In the sentence, the dog happily chewed on an expensive cushion, which word is the adverb? Is it A, the, B, dog, C, happily, or D, chewed? So we'll see here who kept attention at school in grammar lessons. And so finally, in the sentence, the dog happily chewed an expensive cushion. Which word is an adverb? Is it the, dog, happily, or chewed? And question 5. Which river flows through the city of Derby? And your choices are Derwent, the Ouse, the Ribble, or the Nene, or as some pronounce it in different counties, the Nen. So the Nene or the Nen. So which river flows through the city of Derby? You've got Derwent, Ouse, Ribble or Nene. And question 6. Which of these words is the collective term for a group of owls? And your choices are a government, a ministry, a parliament, or a cabinet. So which of these words is the collective term for a group of owls? Government, ministry, parliament, or cabinet? And question 7. Which of Henry VIII's wives survived him? And you've got a choice of A, Anne Boleyn, B, Jane Seymour, C, Catherine of Aragon, or D, Catherine Parr. So which of Henry VIII's wives survived him? Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Catherine of Aragon, or Catherine Parr? Oh dear, John's just confessed to having been to Iceland and got the question wrong about the flag. So, question 8. Which Charles Dickens novel describes the life of Philip Pirrip? Is it A, Oliver Twist, B, A Tale of Two Cities, C, A Christmas Carol, or D, Great Expectations? So which Charles Dickens novel describes the life of Philip Pirrip? Oliver Twist, A Tale of Two Cities, A Christmas Carol, or Great Expectations? And question 9. Which of these surnames is shared by comedians with the first names Alan and Jimmy? So which of these surnames is shared by the comedians with the first names Alan and Jimmy? And you've got A. Carr, B. Beckett, C. Davidson, and D. Whitehall. Lots of people seem to have gone to Iceland and not have a clue what their flag looks like. So which of these surnames is shared by comedians with the first names Alan and Jimmy? Is it Carr, Beckett, Davidson or Whitehall? And finally for this round, question 10. What is the chemical symbol for silver? And your choices are A, SV, B, Fe, C, Ag, or D, W. So what is the chemical symbol for silver? Is it SV, Fe, Ag, or W? So I'll give you a reminder of the questions and the options. Give you a moment though with those. So 10 questions, 4 potential answers for each, and we're looking for the right answer for each one. So hopefully you've all got your answers, so we'll go through them. And so question 1, Emmental is a cheese from which country? It is from Switzerland. And question 2, how is the building at 30 St Mary Axe in London more commonly known? It is the Gherkin. Who played the title role in the 1980s TV drama series The Charmer? It was Nigel Havers. In the sentence, the dog happily chewed an expensive cushion, which word is an adverb? And the answer is happily. And no, John, I'm not on the vino, by the way, just to be clear on that one. That's blackcurrant juice. And question 5, which river flows through the city of Derby? The answer is the Derwent. And which of these words is the collective term for a group of owls? It is a parliament. Which of Henry VIII's wives survived him? And the answer is Catherine Parr. Which Charles Dickens novel describes the life of I know I say it wrong, Philip Pirrip? And the answer is Great Expectations. Number 9, which of these surnames is shared by comedians with the first names Alan and Jimmy? And the answer is, of course, Carr. And finally, on this round, what is the chemical symbol for silver? It is Ag. So if you want to pop your scores on the chat, that'd be great. We'll see how you're doing. And we'll move on to round 4, which is never heard of them. So on round 4, never heard of them. And there's 10 points for this, 1 for each question. And the first question is, who's this sportswoman? Oh dear, we're getting 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Oh, a 9 out of 10. And somebody got 10 out of 10. Well done, Alison. That does deserve a woohoo. Five out of 10, not so good for Izzy. And John's making some lucky guesses with 8 out of 10. Well done. So who is this sportswoman? Question 2. Who's this sportsman? So who is this sportsman? Question 3. Who is this actor? What's the name of this actor? So what's the name of this actor? And question 4. What's the name of this actress? And question 5. What's the name of this politician? And question 6. Who is this historical figure? So who is this historical figure? And question 7. Who is this historical figure? So 10 out of 10. What more respectful this time. Well done, Emma. Well done. So who is this historical figure? And question 8. Who is this TV character? Who is this TV character? Question 9. Who is this film character? I'm sure you'll know the film, but do you know the name of the film character? And question 10, last one in this round. Who is this cartoon character? So who is this cartoon character? I'm afraid, Emma, I won't be able to give many clues because some of the answers are a surprise to me as well. Okay, so the end of that round. We'll go through the answers. I'll leave those up just for a second so you can remind yourself of any that you're stuck on. Okay, so we'll go through the answers and then pop your scores on. So question 1, who's this sportswoman? It is, of course, Jessica Ennis-Hill. And question 2, who's the sportsman? It is Cristiano Ronaldo. And question 3, Benedict Cumberbatch. And question 4, who's this actress? Keira Knightley. And question 5, who's this politician? Angela Merkel. And question 6, who is this historical figure? It is Joseph Stalin. And question 7, who is this historical figure? It's Salvador Dali. And question 8, who is this TV character? It is Walter White Heisenberg. That's one that's new for me. And question 9, who is this film character? It is Mia Wallace. And finally, cartoon character, it is Jerry from Tom and Jerry. Okay, so halfway through. We might finish a little bit after the programme Data Clock finished, so I hope you'll all stick with me. So we're on to round 5, which is called Gridlocked. So this round has 16 points for it. There are 4 questions, but 4 points for each question. So, question 1. Johnny Depp features in 4 of these films. So which 4 films does Johnny Depp feature in? And there's a point for each that you get correct. So you've got No Country for Old Men, Finding Neverland, The Colour Purple, Dunkirk, The Shawshank Redemption, Batman Returns, The Lone Ranger, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Midnight Express, Sleepy Hollow, Beetlejuice, and Ghost. So which 4 of those films has Johnny Depp featured in? Also got a 10 out of 10 for that last round. Come through. Well done. And I'd be interested to know where the help's all coming from, Malcolm. Hope it's not Google. Well done, Izzy. And Lorena. Not sure how you managed the 5.5. So which of those 4 films features Johnny Depp? Okay, and question 2. 4 of these are weapons in the original version of Cluedo. So which 4 are original weapons in Cluedo? And 1 point for each one. So you've got the sword, mousetrap, poison, revolver, dagger, bowling ball, chain, candlestick, hammer, guillotine, rope, and the Terminator. Fair enough, Malcolm. I see Denise is helping you. That's allowed. That's definitely allowed. Well done, remember. At least you know it's from Breaking Bad. The Walter question from the last round. I didn't even know it was from Breaking Bad. Never seen it. So which of these are the 4 weapons? 4 of the weapons from the original version of Cluedo? And question 3. 4 of these are types of Ford cars. So which 4 of these are Ford cars? And you've got the Focus, the C4, the Matiz, the Mondeo, a Berlingo, a car, Fiesta, Pulse, a V8, an Insignia, Astra, and Veyron. So which 4 of those are types of Ford cars? And the final question, question 4 of this round. 4 of these are former presidents of the United States. So which 4 are former presidents of the United States? And 1 point for each. So we've got Bernie Sanders, George Dallas, Woodrow Wilson, Jimmy Carter, Mike Pence, Joe Biden, Thomas Marshall, Barron Trump, Herbert Hoover, Charles Curtis, William King, and Bill Clinton. So which 4 are former presidents of the United States? And 1 point for each. Okay, and I'll put those all on the screen to give you a reminder of all of them in case there's any you want to check. So the first question was Johnny Depp. Which 4 films was he in? Question 2, the original weapons in Cluedo. Question 3, Ford cars. And question 4, former presidents of the United States. Okay, so we'll go for the answers and pop your scores in the chat. So 1 point for each question right. So there's 16 points on offer in this round. And Johnny Depp was in Finding Neverland. He was in The Lone Ranger. He was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And Sleepy Hollow. And question 2 for Cluedo. We have the revolver, the rope, the candlestick, and the dagger. And for Ford cars, we have the Ford Focus, the Ford Fiesta, the Ford Mondeo, and the Ford Ka. And finally, the former presidents of the United States, we have Bill Clinton, Herbert Hoover, Woodrow Wilson, and Jimmy Carter. So 16 points. So we've got to see how everybody is doing with out of 16 points. And we'll move on to round 6. Fake news, quite popular at the moment. So in fake news, these are all true or false. 10 questions on offer, so 10 points for this round. So we've got Nelson's column is approximately 30 metres tall. True or false? Thank you, Guy. This could be a new career for me. Maybe I have to think about that. Oh, we've got 15 out of 16. 15 out of 16. 16, John. Well done. Well done, Sheriff. 10. Malcolm, 13. Well done. Alison, 16. Well done. Oh, thank you, Emma. So well presented. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to just rethink my career path. And Lisa, well done. 15. Okay, so fake news. Nelson's column is approximately 30 metres tall. True or false? And question 2. Sir Walter Raleigh was executed. True or false? Sir Walter Raleigh was executed. True or false? And question 3. The River Severn flows through Bath. True or false? I suppose I should check, is it Bath or Bath? The River Severn flows through Bath. I'm not sure if that makes me posh because I say Bath. So the River Severn flows through Bath. True or false? And question 4. Postman Pat works in the town of Crinkly Bottom. True or false? Thank you, Izzy, for telling me that it's Bath, not Bath. But it's very helpfully spelt B-A-T-H. Well done. So Postman Pat works in the town of Crinkley Bottom. True or false? Question 5. Johnny Marr was a guitarist in the Smiths. And there's 2 people I know of on this chat that are a guitarist, so hopefully you'll get the answers right. So Johnny Marr was a guitarist in the Smiths. True or false? And question 6. The emu cannot fly. True or false? Thanks, Guy, for clarifying that it's not Bath, it's Bath, or that it's not Bath, it's Bath. Not sure which way around that is, but that's clarified it. Thank you. So the emu cannot fly, and I don't think we're talking the Rod Hull sort. I think we're just talking the good old animal sort. The emu cannot fly. True or false? Oh dear, Guy, I think my daughter's disagreeing with you. I'll have words with her later. Okay, question 7. Joseph Haydn only composed 6 symphonies. True or false? Joseph Haydn, or is it Haydn, only composed 6 symphonies. True or false? And question 8. Caliban is a character in Shakespeare's The Tempest. True or false? Caliban is a character in Shakespeare's The Tempest. True or false? And question 9. The pub in The Archers is called the Bull. The pub in The Archers is called the Bull. True or false? So we're still having a bit of a debate as to whether it's Bath, 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 or Bath, or Bath. Bath. I think it might be Bath. So the pub in The Archers is called the Bull. True or false? And final one for this round. It was illegal to grow a beard in Cuba in the 1960s. True or false? It was illegal to grow a beard in Cuba in the 1960s. True or false? And I'll give you a reminder of all the questions. And there they are. 10 questions, 1 point each, 10 points in this round. Okay, so we'll go with the answers. Don't forget to pop your scores on the chat. So, number 1, Nelson's column is approximately 30 metres tall. True or false? It is false. It is 51.59 metres tall, so a little bit higher. Sir Walter Raleigh was executed is true. He was executed. The River Severn flows through Bath is false. It's the River Avon. And Postman Pat works in the town of Crinkley Bottom is false. It was Greendale. And Johnny Marr was a guitarist in the Smiths is true. The emu cannot fly is true. And Joseph Haydn only composed 6 symphonies. That's false. He did 108. He was very busy. And number 8, Caliban is a character in Shakespeare's The Tempest. True or false? It is true. And the pub in The Archers is called the Bull, and that is true. And it was illegal to grow a beard in Cuba in the 1960s is false. It was completely made up. It was a myth. So pop your scores on. We'll move on to round 7. We shall have order. And there are 5 points for this round. 5 points. So you have to get all 3 in the right order. So 5 questions, all 3 in the right order. So question 1. Put these golf terms in order of how many strokes per hole they represent, starting with the least strokes, otherwise known as most under par. Well done, Sharon. We've got 5. Another 5. 9 for Lorena. Very good. Well done, Alison. Lisa, well done. Well done, Lily. So, all 3 have to be in the right order. Put these golf terms in order of how many strokes per hole they represent, starting with the least strokes, or most under par. Well done, Guy. And I will show these again at the end. So we'll go on to question 2. Put these islands in order of area, starting with the smallest. So in order, which one is the smallest, then the next biggest, then the next biggest. Well done, John. I'd have been surprised if you didn't get the Johnny Marr question right. So put these islands in order of area, starting with the smallest. And question 3. Put these measurements in order of length, starting with the shortest. So starting with the shortest, put them in order of length. And question 4. Put these kings of England in order of when they reigned. Put these kings of England in order of when they reigned, starting with the earliest. So I'll put them all up so that you can... Oh no, sorry, there's one more. Sorry. Put these famous British lighthouses in order of location, starting with the most northerly. So starting from the most northerly, put these lighthouses in order of location. So there's 1 point for each question, because you have to get all 3 in the right order. There they are for you again, just so that you can see them all. I'll just give you a moment with those. Okay, so we'll go to the answers. So question 1, put the golf terms in order of how many strokes per hole they represent, starting with the least strokes, the most under par. So first of all is the albatross, which is 3 strokes under, the eagle, which is 2 strokes under, and the birdie, which is 1 stroke under. Don't know how many golf buffs we've got out there. So question 2, put these islands in order of area, starting with the smallest. And Cuba is the smallest, and then Great Britain, and then Greenland. And then question 3, put these measurements in order of length, starting with the shortest. And we've got 10 inches, then a yard, and then 1,000 millimetres, which is the equivalent of 1 metre. And then question 4, put these kings of England in order of when they reigned, starting with the earliest. So we've got Henry I, Charles I, George I. And the final one for this round, question 5, put these famous British lighthouses in order of location, starting with the most northerly. So the most northerly is Flamborough, which is ER of Yorkshire, Mumbles near Swansea, and Eddystone in Cornwall. So you have to have all three in the right order to gain the point for each question. So I look forward to seeing the answers on the chat because I think this is quite a difficult round. And the final round, we'll move on to the final round, General Knowledge, Part 2. So the female of which animal is known as a vixen? The female of which animal is known as a vixen? Well done, Malcolm. I'm assuming you're a golfer then. Well done, Lisa. Well done, everyone. So the female of which animal is known as a vixen? Question 2. In the TV show Teletubbies, what is Nunu? So in the TV show Teletubbies, what is Nunu? And question 3. On what surface is the French Tennis Open played? And again, if Jo is on here listening, she better get this one right. So on what surface is the French Tennis Open played? And question 4, complete the popular advertising slogan, beans means what? Beans means what? And question 5, what relation is Scrappy-Doo to Scooby-Doo? What relation is Scrappy-Doo to Scooby-Doo? And question 6. In the Bible, which part of Adam's body did God use to make Eve? So in the Bible, which part of Adam's body did God use to make Eve? And question 7. Truly Scrumptious is a character in which musical? Truly Scrumptious is a character in which musical? And question 8. Carved over the door of the sacred stable in Japan, which wise animals hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil? So carved over the door of the sacred stable in Japan, which wise animals hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil? And And question 9. What name is given to an MP in the House of Commons who is neither a government minister nor a shadow minister? So what name is given to an MP in the House of Commons who is neither a government minister nor a shadow minister? And the final question of the final round, question 10. Which London Underground line stops at Heathrow Airport's 3 underground stations? So which London Underground line stops at Heathrow Airport's 3 underground stations? And I'll put those all up so you can see all the questions again. Give you a moment. So this is the last chance to get those scores up. Right, so we'll start going through the answers. So question 1, the female of which animal is known as a vixen? It is the fox. In the TV show Teletubbies, what is Nunu? Nunu was a vacuum cleaner. On what surface is the French Tennis Open played? It's played on clay. And complete the popular advertising slogan, Beans means Heinz. And what relation is Scrappy-Doo to Scooby-Doo? He's his nephew. In the Bible, which part of Adam's body did God use to make Eve? A rib. And Truly Scrumptious is a character in which musical? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And carved over the door of the sacred stable in Japan, which wise animals hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil? They are monkeys. And what name is given to an MP in the House of Commons who is neither a government minister nor a shadow minister? It is a backbencher. And the final question, which London Underground line stops at Heathrow Airport's 3 underground stations? It is the Piccadilly line. So let's see all your answers. What did you score? I'll give you a moment to tot them all up. And let's see if anyone scored 81 out of 81. Eight for that round, Sharon. Well done. Oh, 9 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Woo, 9. Very good. So, what have we got out of 81? Oh, 10 out of 10, Guy. Well done. Well done, Lisa. So, we've got a 68 from John. We've got, I think that's just for the round, Lorena. 64 for Izzy. Who knew? 40 for Sharon, well done. Alison 59, excellent. Shall I put my fingers up if anybody wants any extra fingers to count on? Lisa, 63, well done. So far I can see the highest is 68. We've got a 60.5. Still not sure where that 0.5 came from, Lorena. 68 so far is the highest. 59. Oh, 73. Oh, well done, Guy. Emma, I think that's 9 for that round, so I'll wait and see what your total score is. So far it's Guy in the lead with 73. And I think there might be some people that are playing along that might be not be on the chat, so maybe they'll leave us a message afterwards of what they scored. Well done, Lily. Yeah, wow, Guy, exactly, Lisa, well done. Just wait for Emma's to come in. Let's see what Emma got. Thanks, Malcolm. So if anybody's interested in doing this again, I've got a number of quizzes that have been prepared by my son. I have to give credit to Christopher Thomson. My son, did you want to come in? No, he doesn't want to be seen. Very shy. So, yeah, my son's put these together. So if anybody does want another one, it's quite good fun. Quite happy to do it again. So, also someone else is scoring for you, are they, Guy? Oh, well done, Emma, 56. And I think there's a plug for you, Guy, to go on a different team next time. I think we might have to put you on loan. So thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, if you can comment on the Facebook page and let us know what you think. And yeah, I won't give up the day job just yet, I think. But it's been lovely to see everybody and hear everybody on the chat. And well done, and don't forget it's Carers Week. For the rest of the week, there's lots of tweets, lots of social media going out from us, from Carers First, from lots of different agencies across Lincolnshire. So please don't forget how you can support and pay family carers in Lincolnshire. So we'll sign off, and I'll see you all around. Take care.